Sitting high above the port of Dover can be found one of Britain's most impressive fortifications, known as the Western Heights. Comprising of a series of forts and strongpoints linked together by a mass of dry ditches designed to protect the country from invasion. Created throughout the 18th and 19th centuries, they continued to be used during both World Wars until the army finally withdrew in the late 1950s. Today, some parts of the site are looked after and available to visit during open days. But, despite once being reputed to be the strongest and most elaborate fortification in the country, the vast majority lays abandoned and hidden as nature slowly takes over the site once again.
Hi, welcome back to Exploring with Em and Stu.
And welcome to the Western Heights of Dover. We are here to hopefully explore a few different sections of this massive fortification, which you've just heard a very brief bit of history about. And right now we are stood at what was the south gate, known as the Archcliffe Gate. And unfortunately, the Archcliffe Gate was completely demolished in the 1960s. It was a beautiful structure, as you're now about to see. But there is a little bit remaining. The galleries that ran sort of alongside the gate are just behind us. And hopefully that's where we're now going.
And we're going to go and take a tour. So we're going to have to get down there, and with the cameras off, unfortunately, but I might be able to capture a little bit of Emma going down.
Yes, this is going to be very raw footage today because of the nature of the explore and the time we've got. But we're really looking forward to it. We're very excited to be here. So let's get going.
Right, so Emma's putting her head torch on, and she is going to be going down there.
Down in this little hole.
So
getting all prepared. We're all equipped, hopefully.
That's it. Right, so off she goes.
I'm not even going to look for the spiders in this one.
No.
Oh, right, let's go.
So we've made it into the first part of this cell, is that right?
Yeah, well this section actually, these are just gun rooms looking out onto the moat. I mean, just behind us here, you can see they would have obviously been shooting out here. So there's three of these gun rooms along here with a few little bits and pieces off. So yeah, this is quite impressive. Of course, being like 1860, I believe, this piece. So there's a few interesting artefacts on the floor, things we can point out. So we'll have a little explore and see what we can see.
Absolutely, let's go. So we're in here. Emma's there.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a mess in here. This is just mostly dump rubbish, beer cans, old floorboards. That's an old remnants.
I think that this would have all been wooden. You can kind of tell, can't you?
Absolutely. I think this is a fan cage. I think this is from a ventilation.
Yeah.
It's just been stripped down.
Well,
I
it
think.
could have been from World War II.
It could have been anything.
This fort was used mainly as barracks and things in World War II, so the likeliness is that could be a bit of a fireplace going on behind us. Quite a grand fireplace.
It is.
I don't know. But look at these ceilings. I mean, this is the difference between World War II stuff and the late Napoleonic. I mean, they've always got the most amazing ceilings. Some sort of cord thing going on there.
It's just a shame about the graffiti in these places, I must admit. But there's the gun slits for the firing butts. Is that right? Is that to say that?
I imagine they would have had, well, obviously they would have had guns poking out. I'll talk a little bit more when we get round some of the other fort, what sort of guns they'd have been.
Well, let's go and have a quick look, shall we? Yeah. So we're going to go through here.
Right, and this is another room. It's identical really to the one next door.
God, that light is really bright, I must admit.
Sorry, we bought the brightest lights we could find.
Yeah, it's dark in here.
I think we've got, what I believe, expense magazines through the back here, according to the map I've got.
Well, I think you better go in first because you're the one with the light.
Look, shall we? Oh, really small. Well, what are these?
I have no idea. But then you've got plenty of...
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yes, this would, without a doubt, would have been storing some sort of ammunition because of the ventilation holes in the wall. Obviously, they needed to keep it all really dry, like we often point out. So it's a bit of a telltale sign. There's some interesting things in here.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what they are.
Don't know, we'll pick them up on the cinematics.
Any little rooms these. But let's get back down to the main gun room.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to go through here now, which is another gun room basically.
There's a bit more interesting bits on there.
It has. It's got, by the looks of it, it's got some original water. That's water conduit, and a metal plate on the actual door there, which is quite impressive.
Well, that makes sense, because just through here, I believe was latrines.
Latrines. Okay.
So again, that might have been added in the Second World War.
Okay.
And you can see where they would have had put some little windows on there. Look. Which
Yeah.
Obviously they're gone now. Again, that could have been slightly later edition World War II.
Absolutely. So basically the same sort of room. So, and as you can see down here, that these bricks were to house floorboards.
Well, look. Talk about evolutions. This is parts of an old toilet.
Yeah.
A ceramic toilet. Oh, that's everywhere.
Yeah, so it's all been smashed up. So that means that was part of urinals. So let's have a quick look, see what we've got.
I'd love to find a urinal today. People know I love a urinal.
Right, so, okay. Now, original features, definitely the pipes.
Wow.
So, I think we'll get these on cinematics, without a doubt.
Lags to stop them from freezing.
That's it. And obviously, are these light tunnels? Are these?
No, well these
Oh,
are
the size of him.
Oh, he's small compared to what
Yeah, I bet.
These, these are just firing slits out onto the moat. Again, this was not necessarily an evolution room to start with.
No, so
Big old door.
you better go in first, Emma.
Big old bolts.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you look very closely,
Yeah.
you can see there would have been a urinal there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So
That's-
you could have had a wee and fired your gun at the same time.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I wonder what's through there. Is that another?
That actually goes through
To the
another
next,
part of
which
this,
we can't get into.
of this Archcliffe Gate. Well, we'll have to see.
I can't actually see
Yeah.
anything, so...
They were actually prison cells through there.
Right, okay.
We'll have to see if we can get round there. But we'll,
Okay. See all this stuff on the floor, look.
I
A lot
think
of remnants.
if you had enough time, you could really have a poke around in there.
Of course you could. Right, let's go out. So Emma's got the lights, so she's the one that's in charge at the moment. So, and obviously we're going to go through to a tunnel now.
This is just a long passageway.
Obviously firing the pipelines there.
So this passageway would have led to the actual gate. This would have been the entrance into this particular complex. It's been blocked off now, obviously. 1960s, they demolished that beautiful gate.
Yeah, Emma's put a picture in with that.
And we'll have a look at that in a moment. Just through here is a magazine.
Oh, it's very clean.
It's quite clean, that bit.
Ah. Oh, we have got some remnants in here.
Wow,
It's interesting, yeah.
These are magazines that we've seen. Right there. I believe there's a possibility this magazine was used once by St Martin's Barracks, which is close by here, originally. So I've read.
We have actually got a separate video on that. That's either coming out after this one or before it. We're not too sure yet.
At some point we'll be doing.
But if not, watch it.
Again, this looks like very old wood, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bits and pieces.
That's an old boiler.
Is it?
Yeah. That actually looks like an old boiler. Boiler cover, not a boiler.
Be in the magazine.
No, but then you look at that, that's a boiler outlet thing.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah, you can see it's screwed on.
So there was a boiler in here, not necessarily in
It's
here.
probably been dragged from the ablutions.
Yeah,
Alright then.
hot water.
So if we carry on and just show you what is the blocked off entrance.
Which is
You can
just
actually
there.
see some daylight coming through there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have been the...
but I'm not going up there. There's a lot of
Well, you can't get in.
no. So there you go.
Some bits and bobs. Just down here, we've got some
Air
ventilation.
ventilation. Yeah.
Air ventilation for the magazines. And just on the other side, we've actually got quite a large one. This is almost like a passageway, very similar to the one that we saw at Fort Amherst.
little bit like a cupboard, like you like a cupboard,
well,
didn't
they
you?
were passageways, weren't they? That went round the whole like a cavity, large
Yeah.
cavity wall. I
Absolutely.
don't think they always worked, to be honest with you. But
No, it probably didn't. All right, we'll turn the camera off for a minute and we'll reconvene in a second.
So just coming down from that passageway where the magazine was, I just wanted to point out these amazing ceilings, because as we've always said, these Victorians, they really knew how to take pride in what they did. I mean, the curves on this, the bricks must have all been individually chiselled exactly to how they wanted them to be, to fit in perfectly. I mean, I know maybe I'm a little enthusiastic about it, but that is certainly some craftsmanship. And probably one of the reasons why these buildings are actually still stood here all these years later, as well as this amazing chunky wooden door that, although it's starting to fall to bits a little bit, it's still there. So, can only imagine the doors that used to be on these. Obviously, there would have been huge wooden doors that have been probably burnt down, unfortunately. A lot of vandalism in here, but no, that's really amazing. But I think we've just about shown you everything now, haven't we? So I think we're going to get back into one of the firing rooms and say goodbye to you.
So Emma, this was a fantastic place. Emma wanted to get into the cells, but I've said no because, for one, I won't be able to get through to a rescue if anything happens. But
I'll tell you a bit about it anyway. Just next door to this, probably the entrance was probably where the gate was as well, was 3 cells, which was basically for soldiers who had been caught going to brothels, getting drunk, AWOL soldiers basically. I suppose they would put them in there for the night just to cool down. Maybe one day we'll come back and we'll have a little explore of that. It's a similar size to this sort of area anyway, probably smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe something for the future.
Absolutely. But we would like to mention our Patreon before we go.
Yeah.
£3 a month. You get some extra content, stuff that we've done here, and you get a free mug and magnet at the end of the year. Is that
Well,
right?
we send a little gift after 12 months, but yeah, we've got all sorts of posts, a little bit of exclusive stuff that we put on there. But if not, for free, you can just subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. And please comment if you can tell us any more about this place that we maybe don't already know.
Absolutely
We
brilliant.
love to hear from people.
That's it. So, as from Exploring with Emma and Stu
Well, this is the gun rooms of the Archcliffe Gate.
There you go.
Of Western Heights.
and we'll see you very much in the near future.
Yep, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.